I'm a retired professor of philosophy and religious studies, so I have no expertise in pipelines beyond the obvious knowledge we all share, namely that every pipeline ever built has had an estimated life expectancy during or soon after which it has inevitably failed. However, I do know a bit about logic and the use of bad arguments to create distractions and misdirect discussion. The Line 5 debate is full of bad arguments. It appears to me that the supporters of the pipeline are intentionally muddying the waters of our pure Michigan with factually inaccurate, logically invalid, and emotionally manipulative claims, especially the claim that all of the UP is going to freeze. We can send a manned mission to Mars, or at least we're planning one, but we can't get natural gas to the UP. I find that highly improbable. All of these arguments can and have been refuted repeatedly. Yet the same tired, irrational, false claims continue to be raised. It's easy to see that this is, of course, simply a stalling tactic designed to allow Enbridge to continue pumping toxic oil through the most precious water resource on the planet, while the clock of entropy ticks. It's obvious that Enbridge's plan is to run Line 5 till it bursts. And it's equally obvious that some of our state's so-called leaders are enabling this end game. Let's keep our eyes on what's really at stake: the fate of the Great Lakes, the water already used by 40 million Americans, and that may be needed by many more in the future. The economy of the state of Michigan is also at stake, and our blue lakes bring in far more money than the filthy oil running through the decrepit pipes across our state to Canada. Even if we don't care about our children and grandchildren or the fish and wildlife of the state, we should be able to see that the damage a pipeline rupture would bring to tourism, recreation, and property values will far eclipse any possible benefit we will ever receive from Line 5. And the pipeline will fail. We just don't know when. Enbridge has enjoyed 64 years of profits from the short-sighted original decision to run the pipeline right through our vital water resources. It's time for this low-return, high-risk gamble to end. Our leaders need to behave like responsible adults, put Michigan first, and keep America great. The only economically sensible and logical response is to decommission Line 5 in the Straits and to prevent an oil spill with catastrophic consequences for the Great Lakes and the state of Michigan. It's time for the state to stop delaying action with flawed studies. It's time to exercise its legal duty as public trustee, enforce its easement, and shut down Line 5. Thank you.